Sometimes, pain hides behind a polite smile. Sometimes, harassment isn't loud, it's silent, subtle, and soul-crushing. If you've ever wondered how to recognize when someone is suffering in silence, this story will open your heart and eyes. Stay with us till the end to learn how one stranger changed everything just by paying attention. Please like this video and subscribe to Kindness Stories so we can bring more awareness through true, heart-touching content. It was a cloudy Tuesday afternoon when Daniel walked into the coffee shop near his daughter's school. He was a single dad, juggling freelance graphic design projects and fatherhood. With his laptop under one arm and his daughter's glittery pink backpack in the other, he needed caffeine and a quiet corner. As he settled into his seat by the window, a girl caught his attention, not because she was loud or striking, but because she seemed invisible to everyone around her. She worked behind the counter. Early 20s, maybe younger. Thin frame. Eyes that looked exhausted, not from the workload, but something heavier. Her name tag said Emily, but her posture screamed she didn't want to be noticed. That's what made Daniel notice her. She flinched when the manager walked by. Daniel saw it. A slight step back. A tightened jaw. Sign 1. When a customer accidentally dropped his change and it rolled under the counter, Emily bent to pick it up, but not before checking around nervously, as if she feared being seen in a vulnerable position. Sign 2. Every time the bell on the cafe door jingled, she froze, then composed herself. Sign 3. Daniel tried to focus on his work, but something inside him was restless. As his daughter Mia played with her coloring book beside him, he kept stealing glances toward the counter. Then it happened. The manager brushed past Emily and placed his hand on her lower back, too low to be casual. She froze. Her eyes darted sideways, not meeting his. Sign 4. She whispered, "I'm fine," when a coworker asked if she was okay, but the way she clutched her arm said otherwise. Sign 5. Daniel recognized the signs. He remembered his sister going through something similar years ago. She had worked retail. Her manager had cornered her in the stockroom once. Nobody helped until it was too late. Daniel couldn't stay silent. He watched for the right moment. When Emily stepped outside for a break, standing alone behind the cafe, Daniel walked up with Mia holding his hand. "I'm sorry to bother you," he said gently, "but I noticed, you looked uncomfortable earlier. I could be wrong, but if something's going on, I just want you to know, you don't deserve that." "No one does." Emily blinked. For a second, she stood frozen. Then, as if a dam cracked, tears filled her eyes. She nodded once. Slowly. "Thank you," she whispered, voice trembling. "You're the first person who's noticed." Daniel offered his contact. "You don't have to deal with this alone. I know a support group. And if you need help talking to someone, or reporting something, I'll stand by you." She didn't say much else. But in that moment, kindness became courage. When she returned inside, her shoulders were still tense, but her eyes had a flicker of hope. That night, Daniel couldn't stop thinking about her. How many Emilys were out there, silently suffering because no one noticed? No one asked? Or worse, they asked and didn't believe. 3 weeks later, Daniel returned to the same coffee shop. It felt different now, warmer somehow. He ordered the usual and took his spot by the window. But Emily wasn't there. A different girl was at the counter. Polite, cheerful, confident. When Daniel asked about Emily, the new barista smiled knowingly and slid a folded note across the counter. "She asked me to give this to you if you ever came back." Daniel opened the note slowly. It read, "Dear Daniel. The day you spoke to me, you may have saved me. You didn't know it then, but that morning, I had almost quit everything, my job, my dreams, even life itself. I felt invisible, trapped, and ashamed. But your words made me feel seen. That night, I found the courage to tell my brother everything. The manager is gone now. The company took action, finally. I'm starting a new job next week, somewhere better. Somewhere safe. I signed up for self-defense classes. I'm even starting a blog for girls like me, those who feel scared to speak. It's called Seen and Safe. I wanted to thank you for showing that a stranger's kindness can become someone's turning point. And to your little girl, I hope she grows up knowing that her father is a hero in ways he doesn't even realize. With all my heart. Emily. Daniel sat there for a long time, the letter in his hand, his coffee untouched. Mia, now asleep beside him, had no idea that her dad had changed someone's life by simply noticing and caring. He looked around the café, now bustling with laughter and light. Emily's presence was gone, but her story lingered in every corner. To those watching this video, maybe you've seen the signs too. Maybe you were unsure. Maybe you thought it wasn't your place. But it is your place, because silence protects the abuser, not the victim. If someone near you shows signs like fear, discomfort, or sudden quietness around a certain person, don't ignore it. Ask gently. Be present. Sometimes, just showing up with kindness is enough to break the chains of fear. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to Kindness Stories. Your support helps us create more content that empowers, uplifts, and protects the voiceless. Let's be the reason someone finds hope again.